Big Nerdy Biker here. We're going to be taking a ride up to Inmoxicated Racine, Wisconsin on this episode. Before we get rolling, I want to remind you we got a website, BigNerdyBiker.com. It's got my videos on there. It's got blogs. We post stuff for friends, their pages, links to their pages, whether it's business or their social medias. It's going to have artists. I'm going to put up stuff for other artists. We'll have all sorts of stuff like that up there. It's going to have links to all my socials as well. Speaking of social media, you can find me at BigNerdyBiker on most of the socials. What the f***? I just got attacked by an alien. Holy Jesus. Speaking of socials, you can find me at BigNerdyBiker on most of the social medias: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, most of them, right? Hit at BigNerdyBiker and I'm probably there. As well as BigNerdyBiker.com. We also have the merch store there where you can buy shirts like this one on it. And I'm going to run a quick commercial for that right now. Hey, this is Joe the Big Nerdy Biker, reminding you that we have a website now. Go on over to BigNerdyBiker.com. On our website, you will find our merch store. On top of that, you will find access to all our videos, blogs, and social media links. As far as our merch goes, you'll find plenty of shirts and other clothing items that you can wear to any motorcycle event right now. So head on over to BigNerdyBiker.com and check it on out. Thank you, and we'll catch you on down the road. Bye. Alright, so this was the weekend of July 14th through the 16th. Specifically, today's video was filmed on Friday the 14th. I got videos recorded for the other days of that weekend as well. So we're going to have a couple more videos from this weekend alone coming up. But specifically, this was filmed on Friday the 14th of July, the weekend of the hometown rally in Milwaukee, right? The Harley hometown rally, the 100 and whateverth anniversary it is. I did not attend any of the Harley homecoming events. They're too crowded. I don't own a Harley. You know, I got a Kawasaki, which I'm more than happy with. And they're just so crowded. Riding in downtown Milwaukee is just a fucking shit show as it is normally. So I don't like to go to Milwaukee. So I stayed out of it. I hit some things around the area. Friday, we were expecting rain. So when my girlfriend showed up and she asked what we were doing, I was like, you know, we're going to jump on the scooter, we're going to take off, but we're going to hit someplace inside. So once we started rolling, I decided, you know what, I haven't been to Inmoxicated in a while. Now, I've been there a few times in the past, right? So this isn't a true on-the-road review where I go someplace I've never been before and I give you my first impression. I've been there a handful of times in the past. Inmoxicated, as they like to call themselves, is a Sobar. It's a dry bar. No booze allowed, right? No booze in it. They won't let you in if you've been drinking as well. So it is for the sober crowd. Speaking of the sober crowd, I generally am not one of them. Now, I've been working on my alcohol issues for some time. I'm not able to give up drinking completely because unfortunately, in the world we live in, there's not a lot of things for people to do that are sober, right? Everything that's nightlife and social gathering as an adult involves alcohol, pretty much, right? You got to go to the bar. And you go to the bar, you got to have some drinks, right? It's kind of weird to be at the bar and not have a drink, right? Go to a party, I'm okay drinking pop at a party, right? I don't need to drink alcohol at a party. I've gotten past that. But if I go to a bar, I need to have alcohol because I need to fit in with that, right? It's so weird to be the guy walking around with just something that's non-alcoholic. And you're not paying your rent for being there, basically. So it's kind of weird. And there's places I go that don't have any non-alcoholic options at all. I've asked. And they're like, no, we don't have any non-alcoholic options. My favorite place, I've asked if they have non-alcoholic options. They told me flat out, no. What are you, dumb? And I've been like, okay. And I was just curious because I was there for dinner one night and I just didn't want to drink. You know, I don't want to get messed up because it was a work night. And then I ended up closing the place because I went one drink too far and that just kept me rolling until the place closed, right? So I really respect the people that run these dry bars, or Sobars, like I said, Inmoxicated likes to call themselves. So we jumped on the scooter, we took off, headed north out of Waukegan where I live, went up the highway, cut through Zion, saw this really cool pickup truck that was made up like a Ghostbusters car, right? Like, really stinking sweet. I've got all sorts of cool vehicles that I captured over the course of this weekend that I'm going to be showing you as well in the various videos from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I'll be showing you all of those. And we rode up to Racine. Racine is probably 3/4 of the way between Chicago and Milwaukee, right? I live in Waukegan, which is about the halfway point. And then Racine is probably 3/4 of the way, if not 7/8 to Milwaukee, right? So we saw bikes all over the place. I'm going to be sharing videos of people I saw on the road as we go through this as well. One of the things I hear about a place like Inmoxicated, when I tell people about it, is that they start going, well, you know, you could drink a soda at home for like 25 cents a can or 50 cents a can, right? Like, you're wasting your money going to the dry bar to have a soda, or to have, I typically drink like liquiddeath water there, or, which they're not paying me for, so I'm not promoting it, right? I'm just telling you that's a thing that I drink there. Or they have non-alcoholic beers there. Almost every beer out there has a non-alcoholic equivalent, I found out. Every major beer out there has a non-alcoholic equivalent, I should say. There's non-alcoholic Corona, non-alcoholic Budweiser, non-alcoholic Coors, non-alcoholic Corona. They all got like non-alcoholic versions out there. So whatever your taste is, you can find a non-alcoholic version. They do taste a little bit different because they don't have that bite of alcohol in them, but most of them taste pretty close. Plus, there's a whole slew of other fancy non-alcoholic drinks out there. If I didn't mention it, I'm smoking a Camacho Scorpion Sun-Grown. Camacho is my favorite brand. They don't pay me either, and you could get them on good deals over at Cigars International, who also doesn't pay me pretty regularly, right? So keep an eye out for that. I just picked up a box of these for like $40, and these are the big boys too. These aren't little cigarillos. Those are big boy cigars right there. That thing will last me probably till I'm done editing this video, which will take me hours. But anyhow. People give you the business of, you could be drinking at home for 50 cents, a quarter, whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you could also be not spending that money on beer at the bar and be drinking at home as well, right? You can get, you know, a 12-pack of Miller High Life for like $15. You don't have to go to the bar and spend $3 for a Miller High Life, right? You can spend, what, $1.25, something like that, per bottle of Miller High Life. If you want cans, you can get them for far less, right? So that's that argument is just it's a non-issue. It's a total statement in hypocrisy if you're calling people out for going to a sober bar for that, right? That just doesn't fly. So anyhow, when you get to Inmoxicated, which is in the downtown area of Racine, across the street is an Italian restaurant. It's as good of Italian food as you can find in Wisconsin, right? Like, there's no oregano allowed more than 20 miles north of Chicago, so you lose your flavor the further north you go out of the city, right? But it's in downtown Racine. Plenty of stuff in the area. Plenty of bars as well. But I really only go to Inmoxicated. When you show up there, it's a nice little place. It's your little corner bar, right? It's a corner bar, basically. You walk in there, it's dimly lit, like you would expect a bar to be. They do have a rack of shirts and stuff for you to purchase there, pushing themselves, no big deal. There is a little bit of a hipster edge to it versus what I'd like, but tomato, right? It's a place in a hip area, and that's what you're gonna get. It's a typical Wisconsin bar otherwise. You know, you go in there, you can do shake of the day, buy pull tabs, all that fun stuff there. They have some games set up in the area, set up throughout. They have a big fridge of various different types of non-alcoholic beers. They have a couple arcade games, pool table, everything you would expect at a normal bar, except the alcohol. Now, one of the big things in this place is, again, it is set up for it's set up for people that are sober. When I'm saying sober, I mean people who have typically gone through, say, AA or something of that nature and cannot drink, right? Like, they can't touch the stuff. So that's what this place is centered in. They don't allow people that have been drinking in the bar. I've been in there when somebody who's come into the bar that was clearly smashed, and they were like, nope, you gotta walk out of here. Like, that's disrespectful to our other customers. You gotta take a walk. And I fully support that idea as well, right? Another thing is, they have a full cocktail menu. One of my favorite things to do there is to order an old-fashioned and get the show of the old-fashioned. They smoke the glass and everything. I have video of them smoking. I ordered an old-fashioned just to get the video of them smoking the glass and everything last time I was there, despite the fact that I didn't want the sugar that was in the old-fashioned. So anyhow, we got up to Inmoxicated. We hung up for a bit. We ordered a couple frozen. They have the little pizza oven there, and they made a couple frozen pizzas for us. Another couple showed up who were out on their motorcycles, who are sober. They were on the fringe. They were also hitting the fringe of the Harley Homecoming events. They weren't stopping at the Harley Homecoming events, but they were traveling through the area and hitting the events on the side. Some of the best stuff that can happen is not the downtown rallies, it's the stuff on the fringe. You just gotta find the stuff that's going on. But we were just there chilling out, having a calm day. They showed up. We hung out with them for a little bit. They took off. They looked at the radar on the phone, and the weather was coming in. We hung out for a little bit longer. Also took off because the weather was coming in. And yeah, we split. I don't have any video from the ride home because the camera was in my pocket because I didn't want it to get jacked up if the storm set. We did catch a little bit of the weather on the way back. Not too much. Wasn't too bad. But we were also hauling tush to get home, right? And that's how, that was our trip to Inmoxicated. I can't give enough praise to Inmoxicated for the things that they do, for their mission, for the way they treat their place. It's a beautiful place. I've yet to win Shake of the Day there. One day I'm going to win that Shake of the Day. Maybe the same week I hit the Powerball. But, yeah, Inmoxicated, one of the highest ratings I could give, recommendations I can give on my channel here at BigNerdyBiker. I've got the highest recommendation ever coming up in 2 videos, I believe, from Sunday of this weekend. And maybe a little teaser here, but I'm not gonna give it all away yet. Alright folks, I'm jumping in here real quick. Normally I do all my voiceover in one shot and it all gets done. But I'm interrupting here because this was a long edit. Probably 30 hours went into this between the editing of the 360 video and learning how to use this new program and having to make new graphics and everything because everything went kablooey on my computer. But anyhow, again, Inmoxicated, one of the highest recommendations I can give. Please check those guys out. Again, they're up in Racine, Wisconsin. Please, before you take off, like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel if you like, share, and subscribe. Also, BigNerdyBiker.com, where you can link to everything off of there. And we have our merch store where we got t-shirts, sports bras, sweatshirts, all sorts of cool stuff. But again, I thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you on down the road. See ya. Bye. Have a good day.